Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. Hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. Today I am sharing a unboxing of some snowboard gear that I ordered last week. I got two pretty large packages that I'm going to open up with you guys. It's been a long time since I purchased some new snowboarding gear, so I'm pretty excited to open these. I ride with friends who have step-ons. There are 3 girlfriends that I ride with quite frequently, and they all have step-ons. So I decided to make the switch. The 3 girls that I ride with, they all have step-ons. They are all faster than me, and when I go to strap in my bindings, they're already stepped in waiting for me or like halfway down the hill. So it is towards the end of the season, so everything was on sale that I purchased. I also sold my half-days jacket because I just felt like it wasn't warm enough and put those funds towards some new gear. So let's get going and unbox some of this stuff. I went to Sun Sports here in Dallas, and my goal was to try on some new boots. And they had the Burton Limelight boots. I currently have been riding with the Ride by Sage boots, and I thought they were super comfortable. I did notice a little bit of heel lift and maybe like they were a little roomier than they should be. And then I put on the Burton Limelight boots. They come in both step-ons and just regular boots for regular bindings. When I put those on, I am telling you, it was like night and day. I can't believe how much more comfortable they are than the Ride by Sage boots. I have very narrow feet. If you have a Sun and Ski Sports near you, they have a foot scanner, so you can go in, do the whole foot scanning thing, measure your size, and they'll tell you what boot is best for you. When I put on the Burton Limelight boots, I tried on the step-ons and they were just so much more comfortable, so much more snug, stiffer than the Ride by Sage, which I felt like when riding is gonna be really helpful so that I don't have, so that when I press into the boots that they don't move as much. I noticed with the Ride by Sage, they move in like the front, the ankle will come a little bit loose, and I will sometimes even have to tighten my boas as I'm like halfway down the hill. I was like, okay, it's time for new boots regardless. If I'm gonna get new boots, I might as well get step-ons. And if I'm gonna get the step-on boots, of course you have to buy the step-on bindings. So that's what I did. I haven't ridden with them yet, so I can give you a review after riding, but right now I'm just gonna unbox them and show you what they look like. So here is package 1 that has the boots and the bindings, and then this is package 2, which is a new snowboard. Burton, both step-on boots and bindings. So here are the boots. I got the gray color, I just preferred that. I think the black are more popular, but I like gray. And you can see here's the step-on technology. There's a clip here in the back and one on the other side. They have one boa in the front and then really great insoles here. Here are the step-ons, a little hard to see with my crazy rug. These are the blue butterfly, and I just really liked this pattern and felt like it would go well with my boards. So here are the bindings, and they come with a component kit. I will have to read the directions, but the component kit will go in here, and you'll have the regular screws to put onto your board. This is what they look like from the front. You can see the 2 clip-on areas here and in the back there. I want to be fully transparent on pricing for everything. So these are originally $299.95, basically $300 for the bindings. Like I said, I want to be very transparent on price. Step-ons are definitely an investment because you need the step-on binding and you need the boot. So it can be very expensive. Luckily, it's kind of towards the end of the season and there's sales on everything. So I did not pay full price for any of this. The bindings were $239. The boots are originally $349.50, so $350. I got them for $279.93, so $280 basically. But I found a discount code online which took $31 off the entire order. Shipping for both the boots and the bindings was $6.95, and then with tax, everything came out to, I had to look on the computer at the order. So the subtotal was $519.86, shipping $6.95, tax $40.82. I got a discount of $31.95, $32. So the grand total was $535.68 for the step-ons, bindings, and the boots. So this is what they look like. This is the new board. So this is my original board with the union bindings. I'm gonna take these off and sell these bindings. I'm also selling my old boots, old snow pants, old jacket. I'll list my Poshmark below in case you guys wanna check anything out. So this is a Salomon Gypsy. If you've seen my packing video, you've already seen this board. Salomon Gypsy, 143 centimeters. It is a twin board. It is technically all mountain, but more for like park and tricks and stuff, which is what I was really into when I purchased this board a few years ago. This new board is the Salomon Bellevue. It is 144 centimeters and it is an all mountain powder board. The back foot is a little bit lifted. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this in the video, but I can definitely see it here, how there's camber on this side of the board, and it is a little bit lifted compared to this side, which sits more flatly on the rug. So that's what I was talking about when I said lift in the back foot, which is supposed to help in powder and help with float. On top of everything, I did like the simple design of this board. You can see this is kind of what I was talking about. It's all mountain to powder, and the other board I have is more park, like on this side. It is a kind of stiffer board, intermediate to advanced levels. When I got the other board, I was probably beginner to intermediate. I'd say now I'm like higher intermediate. And here you can see what I was talking about with the board camber and how the back foot is kind of raised here. So now that I took the plastic off, I'll show you the board. Sorry for the reflection. It did come slightly scratched. Maybe I can buff that out. It may have been in the shipping, but I'm sure it'll get more scratches as I ride it, so I'm not really too concerned. So this board I also got at a deep discount. It was $519.95 originally from Christie Sports, and it's 50% off, which brought it down to $259.97. And I found another discount code. Guess I'm good at that. I scour the internet for discount codes. So the discount code was $39 off, shipping was $9.99, so the total was $230.96 for a $520 board. So I feel like I got a really great deal here, more than 50% off. And it kind of pays to wait until the end of season. This was a board that I was eyeing in like November, early December, and Curated had a discount. But it was still like $330, something like that. So I saved an extra $100 and still able to ride it this season. I did get recommendations from Curated. I know that they are closing their snowboard side of the site, but I got some recommendations before they started closing, and this board and then also the Roxy Smoothie from the 23-24 season was what was recommended to me for a powder board. He has some other recommendations too, but these are the two that I really liked, and price-wise were the most affordable. The reason I went for the Salomon over the Roxy is because my other board is a Salomon and I already know that I really like it. I like the brand, it's kind of lightweight, so when you have it hanging off your foot on the ski lift, it doesn't hurt most of the time, which I have had a problem with other boards. Also, the Roxy was quite a bit more expensive. I was able to find a better discount code for the Salomon, so went with that one. All in all, $750 for all of this about. I know this seems crazy to people that don't snowboard to spend this much on something in one go, but it's something that I really love. I sold my jacket for $320, which is going into all this, and I'm selling some older gear, which will hopefully make up the cost. I hope you guys really like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and comment below any questions that you have. And thanks for watching. Bye. Okay guys, I just saw this, which is meaning that the size small bindings only fit 5'6" boot. And the boots that I bought are size 7. Unfortunately, this came a little bit dirty. Hopefully I can wipe this off. So I just spoke to Sun and Ski Sports online, and they had one more pair of size medium bindings, and I just overnight shipped them to my house. The woman that I spoke to was very nice and waived the shipping fee. So they should come on Monday, and then I can return the size small in store for a full refund. So yeah, whoops, kind of messed that up. I kind of can't believe I messed up on this. It says right here on the bindings as well, but you know, this is only something you would be able to see if you're shopping in person, which I didn't shop for the bindings in person. I think that my other bindings are a size small, so that's why I guess I thought that the step-ons would be the same. And I did look it up, so it depends where you look. I think most places say that for a size 7 boot you need a medium binding, but there were places I looked that said you need a small, and I do definitely trust Sun Ski and Sports, Sun and Ski Sports, because they are so good with fitting the boot sizes and everything. So I am going to return these in store. It's like 10 minutes away, and then the medium size should arrive on Monday. They're gonna be exactly the same, just a little bit bigger size. So yeah, definitely do your research. Luckily, I realized before I started using them, and you know, before I went on my trip to Colorado on Wednesday. And don't be like me, buy the right size bindings.